we start out this game. And Robinson in the left wing has it for Bluefield. On the point guard, swings it back up top to Concepcion. Launches a three, no good. Brick and a rebound for Decembre. Here comes Tennessee Wesleyan. Running the point guard position is Jalen Oliver, one of the leading scorers for the Bulldogs. On to the left side now for the sophomore Noah Fager, the freshman rather. Bounces down low to Andre Applewhite. Three for Jonathan Decembre, and he hit it, the senior from Kissimmee, Florida. He scored 17 points in the win over Bluefield last year, and now getting started 3-0. 3-0 in favor of Tennessee Wesleyan as Bluefield now has it with Stanthony Nelms, the leading rebounder for Bluefield, bumping his way down, draws a charge after Andre Applewhite hit the back going down to the floor. Stanthony Nelms went his way into the basket. 3-0, 19:04 remaining in the first half. Thanks for everybody tuning in here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Applewhite lobs in, and the pass caught by Jalen Oliver, the junior from Frankfort, Kentucky. He's really the main scorer with Kenny Dean, who is also on the floor lining up in the low post for Tennessee Wesleyan. Sembre lobs on the right side, kick out down low to Applewhite, spinning towards the lane, left-handed layup, rattles through off the window. So Applewhite, the former D1 transfer, able to get a basket to fall with a layup. He is now on his fourth school. Started out at Mississippi State, then went to Toledo, Campbellsville, and NAIA, and now at Tennessee Wesleyan. The senior from Memphis, Tennessee. Shoots with the right hand and scores. 6-0 already, Tennessee Wesleyan. Coming off of a loss against Reinhardt, where they still managed to score 90 points. The defense really has to be there for Bluefield. Taking the ball up right to left here, Sean Robinson, first-year player for Bluefield, coming out of Wilmington, North Carolina, to Caldwell Community College. Now back to the top of the key and draws a block after Applewhite hit the floor. That's Applewhite's first foul rather. Inbounds pass to DeJuan Perry. Dribbles into the backcourt for Sean Robinson. Bluefield with Perry on the floor, Yesbeck, David Tripp, as well as Jorge Concepcion, leading Bluefield in scoring 17 points per game. Now Tripp kicks on the right side over to DeJuan Perry, toes down the baseline, swings back top of the key. Robinson traveled with 6 on the shot clock and forced a turnover. Rams still looking for their first basket of the game. Headed by Richard Morgan in his 9th season here in the two Virginias, and then Mike Poe in his 14th season over at Tennessee Wesleyan. Lob in from Andre Applewhite, caught in the air by Jalen Oliver. Taking the ball up on the far side of the court, Sean Robinson meets him with some midcourt pressure. Swing on the low side for Noah Fager, and an off-the-ball foul called on David Tripp as he accidentally pushed Andre Applewhite into the floor. So already some fouls being racked up here, 4 to be exact, in less than 2 minutes of play. 18:08 remaining in the first half, 6-0 the score in favor of Tennessee Wesleyan. Wesleyan wearing the blue jerseys with a white trim, a little bit of gray on the shoulders as well, going left to right. Lob in the corner over for Kenny Dean. Swinging around the perimeter, Noah Fager, a shooting threat on the left wing. Hands it off over to Applewhite in the corner. 4 on the shot clock, now 3. Launches a 3. Kenny Dean drills it from the top of the key. 9-0, timeout Richard Morgan. Tough start for Bluefield. A 9-0 run to start out here in the first 2 minutes and 14 seconds. Rams trying to get it together when we come back on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Back in Bluefield, so far not a good start for the Rams men. It is 9-0 in favor of Tennessee Wesleyan. Jeremiah Jenkins taking the ball up for Bluefield, the freshman from Maury High School in Norfolk, Virginia. Swings on the left side to DeJuan Perry. Dribbles on to the left, and he is blocked by Noah Fager. Ball went out of bounds on the far side as Fager really tied him up. Perry going for a contested layup, and Fager, this freshman, able to get a hand on him, one of the younger players on this Tennessee Wesleyan team. Fager coming out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Jeremiah Jenkins on the right side with 17 on the shot clock. Bluefield looking for their first basket. Hails it out on top of the logo for David Tripp. He hauls it in and hands it off back to his point guard. Jenkins toes into the corner, swings top of the key. Tripp with a long two, and the ball bounces right through the tin and through the nylon for the first basket from about 18 feet. 9-2 the score. Shot from Jalen Oliver, fouled from the elbow, and the Rams just let up another foul once again. That is the fourth foul on Bluefield with 17-14 remaining. The first foul on David Tripp. Well, Tripp really trying to combine with a big rebounding presence down low as the first shot sinks for Kenny Dean, senior from Alcoa, Tennessee. And what Bluefield has against Tennessee Wesleyan is size. Gage Yesbeck and David Tripp, a little bit bigger than the 4 and the 5 position that Tennessee Wesleyan will throw out there. As Kenny Dean sinks his second free throw. 11-2 now the score. Rams down by 9 once again as Jeremiah Jenkins takes the ball across midcourt. Swings on the left side over to DeJuan Perry. Defense met by Noah Fager. Doesn't go with the screen, now at the top of the key. Splits the defense down the right side, and the ball swatted away from him. But before that, a foul called on Tennessee Wesleyan. Going into the books, it'll be Johnson Decembre, the senior from Kissimmee, Florida. Guy that has had a lot of success against Bluefield. Scored 17 points in the win over Bluefield last year in the AAC tournament that effectively ended Bluefield's season. First foul on Decembre, second foul on Tennessee Wesleyan as DeJuan Perry drills the first free throw. Now it's 11-3. Perry, a guy that really trying to get into the scoring effort, now trying to get back into the starting lineup and succeeded today. Misses the second free throw, tipped in the air by Applewhite, hauled it in as his foot was going towards the back line. Now his off-balance pass was hauled in by Jalen Oliver. Applewhite zips it left side over to Noah Fager. Good defense by DeJuan Perry. Now a three from Applewhite, rattles around, no good. One-armed rebound by Jorge Concepcion. Looking for his first basket of the contest as well, with 16:37 remaining in the first half. Concepcion chest pass to Perry, left wing three, too short. Rebound Tripp, going up for two, but before that, a foul called on Tripp on the push-off. Must have boxed out a little too hard on Andre Applewhite. And now Bluefield will send in Naquan Cousins, a little bit more elevation towards the rim as Tripp goes out onto the bench with his second foul, 15th foul. 16:30 remaining first half, a bounce pass into Jalen Oliver. Bluefield meeting with a double team at midcourt. Applewhite lost the ball, stolen away by Concepcion. Going for two on the layup and converts. 11-5 now as Concepcion made it with a half-court steal. 6-point lead for Bluefield, 16-10 remaining in the first half. Jeremiah Jenkins meets Jalen Oliver with some defense at midcourt. Now he has it in the left wing. Oliver zipped down low, and it's picked away by Gage Yesbeck, but a foul called once again on Bluefield. It's going to be one of those types of games, folks. Bluefield playing physically, and the refs really not having it so far. 16:01, first foul called on Jorge Concepcion. 16th foul. Lob on the left side for Andre Applewhite. And kicks it top of the key over to Kenny Dean. On the right side, Noah Fager, cross-court pass over to Oliver. Steps corner three, and sinks it. Another long three made for the junior from Frankfort, Kentucky. Now it is 14-5. Another 9-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan, who's really in desperate need of a road win as they lose to Reinhardt and Wallace, Georgia 2 days ago. Lost that game by 6, it was 96-90. Jeremiah Jenkins chest pass over to Gage Yesbeck to the right wing, coming off of injury. From hand-to-hand pass over to Naquan Cousins. Takes a shot from the elbow and sinks it from the right side. 14-7, Bluefield cutting the lead down to 7 points. Andre Applewhite with the ball. Pass over on the left, over to Kenny Dean. Turns it back top of the key. Fager lifts it over to Jalen Oliver, and his pass intended for Applewhite. Intercepted by Cousins. Here comes Bluefield in transition. Concepcion elevates his way to the rim, and then is fouled, so he will have 2 shots. Could be a big game for Jorge Concepcion, guy that has a lot of the confidence to really shoot from everywhere. And 17 points per game, it's a lot of trust also being put into him by Richard Morgan. Young man coming out of Chesapeake, Virginia. Eyes the rim, shoots, and misses for the first free throw. Score is still 14-7. 15:08 remaining in this second half, or first half rather. First shot, no good, or rather goes through. 14-8 now the score. Rams down by 6. In the corner, Andre Applewhite steps into an elbow 2, no good, and a foul called in the rebounding efforts on Kenny Dean. So once again, another foul. That'll be the team 4th foul on Tennessee Wesleyan. And Dean's first. Olatunji Ebifemi checks in for Jorge Concepcion. Bounce inside for Jeremiah Jenkins. Jenkins taking the ball up across midcourt. Passes right over to Ebifemi, the Nigeria native. Back up top over to Jawan Perry. Veers right, hoping for help as he crosses over in his dribble. Now stumbles into the lane, goes up for 2, and sinks it. And 1 for Perry, and he'll go to the free throw line. Almost looked like a walk right there, but instead Perry believed in the play and gets Bluefield within 4 and a chance to make it a 1-possession game with a free throw. Trying to see who that was called on, and it will be on Andre Applewhite, his 2nd foul. Checking into the game, Todd Lansden, as he comes in for Applewhite, the sophomore from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Juan Perry eyeing the rim. First shot. Rattles away, no good. And a rebound going the other way for Jordan Hall. Jalen Oliver running the point. Bluefield down by 4, 14-39 remaining in the first half. Working the ball around the perimeter. Dean with possession. Zips back top of the key to Jalen Oliver. Dish on the left side over to Lansden. Now a long 3, no good. And he's fouled on the tray effort by Olatunji Ebifemi. So that'll be 3 shots from the charity stripe for Kenny Dean. Well, Dean, even as a guard, leads this team for Tennessee Wesleyan in rebounds. So that goes back, don't have a lot of size, but now chance to shoot 3 free throws. First one, just barely nicks the front of the rim. So the score stays at 14-10. Dean averaging right around 13 points per game. Second shot, that one rattled home. So that makes it 15-10. No substitutions for Bluefield. First foul, by the way, on Ebifemi. Looking for the 3rd free throw. Nails it. 16-10, a 6-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan, who jumped out to a 9-point lead to start this game. It was 9-0. Jeremiah Jenkins still in as the point guard, coming in for the starter, Sean Robinson. Veering left, looking for help in Yesbeck. Bounces to him, left-handed layup, no good, and a rebound for Todd Lansden. Going back the other way, here comes Decembre on the right wing, powering his way down the left elbow. Bounce back to Kenny Dean, and he'll get the layup to fall with the right hand. Now 18-10 the score. Bluefield hoping for a shot here. 14 minutes remaining in the first half. Jenkins zips over to Ebifemi, feeds Cousins, looks for a 3, no good. Looking for a rebound down low. Perry fighting for the ball, retreats back out, underhands to Ebifemi, pump fake, looking for the long 2, misses from the left wing, and a rebound for Bowens. Or Decembre, rather. 13:35 remaining in the first half. Decembre eyeing the rim as Yesbeck stepped up the defense. Kenny Dean sinks the 3 from deep in the right wing. 21-10, the lead is 11, largest lead of the day for Tennessee Wesleyan with 13:20 remaining in the first half. Perry towing down the baseline, stumbles towards the basket, and misses the layup from the right side. A rebound for Tennessee Wesleyan. Here comes Jalen Oliver on the left side. One-arm pass. Lanston for two. Missed the free throw shot, and it will go out of bounds off of Tennessee Wesleyan. Now Bluefield will have possession after an ugly shot for the sophomore, but still, 11-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan. An inbounds pass for Cousins, rolls it in for Jeremiah Jenkins. Richard Morgan still showing that energy, trying to get that team back into it. Meanwhile, Tennessee Wesleyan is in the bonus. Perry swings back top of the key to Ebafemi, passes right to Cousins. Dish on the left side to Perry. Now steps into a long two from the elbow. Far right, no good. Rebound Lanston. Going back, an 11-point lead, 12:45 remaining first half. Swings into the left side, looking for Jordan Hall. Missed the layup. Lanston on the rebound. Swings back out to Dean. Feeds Decembre, top of the key. His three rings the net. 24-10. The threes are falling for Tennessee Wesleyan, and the ball movement really has been something to look at. Jeremiah Jenkins, a feed down low, tipped in the air by Oliver, and gets it back over to Decembre. Right back to Oliver. Dish on the right side for Jordan Hall. Pump fake. Takes a three from the right corner. Swirls out, no good. Perry swats the ball back up top for Ebafemi. 2-on-1 go the Rams. Jenkins fouled hard as he went up for the layup. Now Jordan Hall basically clotheslined Jenkins as he went up for two. That was going to be a great layup. And Jordan Hall, the senior guard from Lenoir City, Tennessee, effectively tackled the point guard for Bluefield. Now it's 24-10 as Jenkins will go to the free throw line for the first time today. First shot, good. Now 24-11. Bluefield bringing on the redshirt freshman from North Carolina, Kevin Schmidt. Ebafemi taken off, and Jorge Concepcion returns to the game. That's the 16th foul, by the way, on Tennessee Wesleyan, and Jenkins sinks both free throws. 25-12 now the score. 12 minutes remaining first half. Jalen Oliver running the point as he veers back onto the top of the key, passes left to Kenny Dean, turns back onto the top of the arc for Jordan Hall off of a hard foul, hands it off right back to Jalen Oliver. 10 on the shot clock. Oliver bouncing all the way back near midcourt, feeds over to Decembre, dribbles down on the right side, going up for two, doesn't convert the layup, rebound Kevin Schmidt. Good job by Bluefield on the defensive end, now down by 12. Jenkins, transition three, top of the key, brick, no good, swatted out of bounds, and Bluefield will keep it, luckily, if you're Richard Morgan, because that was not a good-looking three from Jeremiah Jenkins. 11:34 remaining on the left side. Jenkins slaps the ball, ready to go. Lobs into Concepcion in the left corner. A couple of pivot moves, toes down the baseline, swings back out over to Cousins. Cousins, a guy that's not afraid to take the shots. Going up for two, lost the ball off of contact from Todd Lanston. Now rebound out by Jalen Oliver, dribbling into the left wing, steps into a transition jumper, and sinks the triple. 27-12 now the score. Tennessee Wesleyan on a roll with the threes, with just about 11 minutes remaining in this first half. Jeremiah Jenkins out of a double team, veering left, looking for help. Cross-court pass over to Jorge Concepcion. Concepcion with a crossover dribble. The Chesapeake native pops up from the elbow and sinks the long two. 27-14 now the score. Rams down by 13. The triples have been falling for Tennessee Wesleyan, and they've been able to find the open man with a combination of great ball handling and just effective passing movement. Now Lanston takes a long two and switched it from what could have been three in about 2005, but instead that'll count as a two here today after they moved back the three-point line a few years ago. Bluefield down by 15. Here comes Jorge Concepcion, stepping through the defense of Jordan Hall, bounces back top of the key to Jenkins. Now a three from him, back iron no good, straight into the hands of Perry, towing towards the rim and converts on the second chance points. 29-16. Perry really finding some offensive confidence. There's Jordan Hall, the senior. Jorge Concepcion with some defense. Decembre with the ball near the top of the key, hands it off to Jalen Oliver. 15 on the shot clock. Bluefield hoping to convert on these defensive stops. Jalen Oliver swings on the right side to Jordan Hall. Feed back down low to Oliver. Back-handed pass. Picked away by Naquan Cousins. Here comes Concepcion in transition. Shimmy shake move straight towards the basket. What a coast-to-coast move by Jorge Concepcion. 29-18 after the junior from Chesapeake took it upon himself to start the offense. 9:30 remaining in the game in the first half before halftime. 29-18. Jordan Hall in trouble in front of the Bluefield bench and swings it top of the key over to Lansing. Kenny Dean, cross-court pass. Decembre, open three from the right wing. Rattle around, no good, and Concepcion jumped up to snare the board. Down by 11. Concepcion straight into the right wing, hoping for help. Crossover dribble, decides to take the triple. Back iron, no good. Rebound for Cousins, tipped out of bounds and hauled in by Kenny Dean. Long outlet to Jordan Hall. Hall straight down the lane, going up for two, and draws the foul. Jeremiah Jenkins wanted the jump ball, but instead it will be called a foul on the freshman. You have to hand it to him. The energy starting to kick up a notch for Bluefield here. Just moments into this first half. First shot for Jordan Hall, clunks off the back iron. Donnell Gooch brought on as the 5 for Bluefield. Kevin Schmidt taken off. Jenkins going to the bench as well. Sean Robinson back on. First free throw, or second free throw, actually falls. So now it is 30-18. Rams down by 12. They've been trailing by really 9, by as much as 9 for most of the game. They started out on a 9-0 run to start. Perry passes left over to Sean Robinson, back onto the floor as the point guard. Bounce into Concepcion on the left elbow. He retreats back out outside the perimeter. Now veering right out of a double team, needing help, trying to find it. Bounces up top, picked away. Here comes Darius Filer down the court and converts with a right-handed layup. 32-18 now the score. Concepcion in transition and a foul called under the basket. Referees conversing on whether it is a block or a charge. And this could be a big call. And it will be called on Kenny Dean. They want a charge on the Tennessee Wesleyan bench, but instead a foul called on Dean, reaching across the hand of Jorge Concepcion before the charge could be drawn. So now Concepcion will go up to the charity stripe. First free throw, good. Puts Bluefield back within 13. It is now 32-19. By the way, that's the second foul on Kenny Dean. Bluefield in the bonus. Both teams are with 8:25 remaining in the first half. Second shot, good. Concepcion leading the scoring efforts for Bluefield. It's now 32-20. 8:25 before halftime. And if the Rams can really solidify their perimeter defense, it'll be tougher for Tennessee Wesleyan, but the open threes have been taken and they have been converted upon. Cross-court pass to Kenny Dean back on the right side over to Andre Reed for the first time in the game. Dean towing down the right side of the paint, swings out left side over to Lansden, and he traveled in the paint and he knew it. Dropped the ball right after that, and Bluefield will have it after forcing a turnover. 32-20 now the score. 8:10 remaining in the first half. Here comes Sean Robinson. Jeremiah Jenkins with a few fouls, and Robinson, the North Carolina native, walks the ball across midcourt. Back up top to Naquan Cousins, puts it on the deck, passes left to Taekwon Reed, and for the first time today, bounce on to Cousins on the left side, elevating towards the rim, lost the ball, and it's rebounded by Kenny Dean. On the left side, here comes Filer. Cross-court pass over to Andre Reed. Zips back top of the key to Reed. Back on to Filer, and he walked as he pivoted towards the basket. Bluefield forcing 2 travels in a row on Tennessee Wesleyan. And Richard Morgan really liking that. The intensity of the defense has been there, even though the offense has a little bit of a ways to go. Down by 12, 7:40 remaining first half. Here comes Jeremiah Jenkins. Taking the ball across midcourt, hoping for some help as he veers left. Angling the ball back onto the right side towards the top of the key. Falls into a trap, zips left side. Perry with a pump fake move. Layup looking for it instead. Swings out right side. Taekwon Reed, and a foul is called before that. Got to watch out for Taekwon Reed. He really can be the X factor coming off of the bench in this game for Bluefield. Young man that went to Vance Granville Community College, played with Nikon Cousins. It'll be a 1-1 for DeJuan Perry. Bluefield only with one man rebounding as Perry sinks the first free throw. 32-29, 21 rather. All right, Bluefield all the way down, ready for defense as Perry missed the second free throw. Rebound for Digimon Wilson as he has the ball on the left wing, working the ball around the perimeter. Decembre swings out left side over to Filer. 20 minutes, or 20 seconds rather, left on the shot clock. Cross-court pass over to Wilson. Lost the ball, picked up by Gooch, feeds to Robinson. As now Robinson didn't have anywhere to go on the fast break. Goes on the right side, pops from the corner. Good with the contact. Sean Robinson hoping for a foul called as he is on the floor as his feet got tangled up. A timeout called by Mike Poe. Bluefield down by 9. It's 32-23. Back to basketball, 7 minutes remaining here in this first half. 32-23 the score. Now with the ball, Tennessee Wesleyan working the ball around the key, and an offensive foul called on Johnson Decembre. That prompts the entire Bluefield bench to get right up. Well, that intensity really there for Bluefield. Down by 9 now, 32-23. 6:51 remaining here in this first half. Taking the ball across midcourt, it's Sean Robinson. Working the ball around, he is pressured by Darius Filer near midcourt. Swings out right side over to Taekwon Reed looking for his first basket. 15 on the shot clock, 16:30 or 6:35 game clock. No pressure inside for Bluefield as Perry corrals it in the right wing. 8 on the shot clock. Swings out on the right side. Robinson in the corner. Pump fake. Feeds Perry. 3 on the shot clock. Has to take a shot. Does at the buzzer and sinks it as the horn sounds. 32-25. Bluefield took up the entirety of the shot clock. DeJuan Perry really starting to heat up. Decembre with it on the top of the key for Tennessee Wesleyan. Feeds on the right side for Andre Reed. Back up top over to Darius Filer. Bounce to Lansden. Working the ball around the perimeter. Feeds back down to Lansden. Pops a shot from the corner and hits it for the long two. 34-25. Bluefield down by 9. Here's Sean Robinson going in towards the trap. Bumping into some contact. Wrestled the ball around. Picked up. Still no tie-up called as Perry feeds a long cross-court pass. Reed for 3. No good from the right wing. Rebound for Lansden for Tennessee Wesleyan. Bulldogs operating with a 9-point lead. Dribbling down on the baseline and a foul called on Bluefield. Jamon Wilson bumping into some Ram contact as he was going up for the layup. And it's the first foul called on Sean Robinson. Didn't actually get to go up for the layup, so that was just the team's 9th foul. So it'll be a 1-1. For a shot for Wilson. No good. Rebound for Naquan Cousins. 34-25, 5.5 minutes remaining here in this first half of play. Rams taking the ball across midcourt, courtesy Sean Robinson. Straight into the top of the key, handoff to DeJuan Perry. Veering right and picks up a foul on Digimon Wilson. So now Bluefield will be in the double bonus. DeJuan Perry, a guy that really is heating up. And now he's going to have 2 free throws with 5:13 remaining in the first half. Folks, this is a game that could take quite a while. Started around 4:15. Already half an hour in, and the fouls are piling up. Both teams in the bonus, and now Bluefield in the double bonus. Perry with just one rebounder. Misses the first free throw and jumps around, frustrated at that. 34-25 the score. Now no rebounders down for Bluefield, just all solid blue jerseys. Perry eyeing the rim, shoots the free throw, and converts. 34-26. 5:10 remaining first half. Gage Yesbeck and Donnell Gooch both on for Bluefield. There's some Twin Towers down low. Top of the key now with possession. It's Lanston. Swings on the right side for Oliver. Under pressure. Takes the three anyway. Missed. Rebound Lanston. Hoping for some help and doesn't get it as Reed pickpocketed the forward. Taking the ball right to left into the right wing. Underhands it to Perry. Pump fake on the left side. Decides to step into a tray. Doesn't make it. Looking for a rebound on the right side. It's picked up by Andre Reed for Tennessee Wesleyan. Taking the ball on the right side. Here's Decembre. Pump fake. Instead, passes on the right corner, right in front of the Bluefield bench for Jalen Oliver. Noah Fager back in for Tennessee Wesleyan. A bounce down low for Lanston. Swings back out over to Andre Reed. Bumps back out of contact. Long two for Decembre. Front rim. Rebound Donnell Gooch. Transfer from Clarendon College. Underhanded it back to Reed. Transition tray. No good. Rebound for Decembre. Bluefield down by 8. Didn't really take the time to set up the offense, and neither team really is wasting any time as Decembre launches a long three. No good from the top of the key, and a rebound for DeJuan Perry right near the right elbow. So now Richard Morgan begging his team to slow down just a little bit. 34-26. Rams trail by 8. Perry, number 11, with the ball at the top of the key, dished on the left for Gooch, and now feeding over to Sean Robinson. Hard one-arm dart down low. Yesbeck with a turnaround hook shot. No good. And on the rebounding efforts, Yesbeck bumped into Lanston for the team's 10th foul. So now it'll be 2 shots for Todd Lanston. Six-foot sophomore from Chattanooga, Tennessee. And now Tennessee Wesleyan taking a quick breather. Lanston went all the way near midcourt, now returning towards the charity stripe. Both teams in the double bonus. Meanwhile, for Gage Yesbeck, that's the senior's first foul. Bend to the knees, first shot. Rattles home. Makes the score 35-26, a 9-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan. Gage Yesbeck still talking it over with the referee. Still no rebounders down for Tennessee Wesleyan. 3:40 remaining. First shot, second shot rather. Missed on the right side. A rebound for Yesbeck. Bluefield down by 9. 3.5 minutes before halftime. Looking for some sort of offensive momentum. Jorge Concepcion back in. Bounces left for Sean Robinson. Returns top of the key. Donnell Gooch. Pass out right to Concepcion. Dribbles down the baseline. Hook shot with the right hand. No good as the floater misses. Going back the other way, here's Andre Reed. Going 1-on-2. He threw an elbow. That's an offensive foul as he entered the paint. He picked up the ball hoping for some sort of separation. Bluefield stood like a stone wall, and with those 2 men down low, the Rams were able to draw that offensive foul. First foul called on Andre Reed, junior from Atlanta, Georgia. Going back out here, Sean Robinson, the team leader in assists. Looking to dish out a few more dimes here as the Rams trail by 9. Reed from the left wing, swings top of the key. Concepcion bounces right wing over to Sean Robinson. Veers back left, one-arm pass to Taekwon Reed. Puts it on the deck and sinks the 2 from the right elbow with the foul. That's something that Taekwon Reed showed in the game against Union. He hit a 3 with a hand pretty much swatting him in the face, and then that time with a step-back, confident jumper, he nails it from about 15 feet. Now Bluefield down by 7 and a chance for a 3-point play. Now, Reed might be one of the better athletes on this team, one of the better shooters as well. Shot swirls around the cup, no good. Rebound Decembre. 2:50 remaining in the game in the first half. Decembre up top. One-arm pass over to Fager looking for his first jump shot of the game. Fager looking for help, swings right side over to Reed, now working into the right wing for Oliver. Pass into the corner for Fager, toes down the baseline. One-arm pass, and the shot rattles home with the foul from Lanston. He was going for the dunk. He was hit in the face, stayed with the shot, and punched it off of the window. And now Richard Morgan calling for Naquan Cousins to go into the game. Jorge Concepcion taken onto the bench. And Morgan is irate after giving up what could be a three-point play. Shot for Lansden, front rim, bouncing into the hands of Gage Jesbeck. 37-28. The foul was not called on Concepcion. One-arm dangerous pass to Reed. Cross-court lob. Cousins feeds back to Robinson. Bounces right back to the forward. Cousins cross-court feed. Over to Reed on the left side. Jump stop in the lane. Going for the layup. No good. Putback doesn't convert for Donnell Gooch. But a foul called down low on Noah Fager. So a foul for Noah Fager. Bails out Bluefield, and Gage Jesbeck will have 2 shots. Second foul called on the freshman. One rebounder on the right side of the lane. It's Naquan Cousins. 2:14 remaining in the game. In the first half, as Jesbeck misses the first shot from the charity stripe. Brought back onto the game, another shooter, Jordan Hall, going in for Noah Fager with 2:14 remaining in the first half. Bouncing to Jesbeck, a guy that really needs to be more consistent for Bluefield. Second shot, no good. And a lane violation called on Tennessee Wesleyan, so Jesbeck will get another chance. It looked like it could have been 50-50 on who that lane violation was on, either Cousins or Lansden. Second chance at the second shot. This time he converts. 37-29. .214 remaining in the first half. Taking the ball up, Jalen Oliver. No sense of urgency. They lead by 8. Tennessee Wesleyan on top of Bluefield. Top of the key, Jordan Hall feeds back to Andre Reed. Now a lob in the left wing for Hall. Cross court back up top to Reed. Takes a long 3. Air ball picked out of the air by Naquan Cousins. Under 2 minutes now. Robinson feeds left corner over to Reed. Swings back out on the right side. Cousins for 3. Doesn't make it from the right wing. And another rebound for Lansing going the other way for Tennessee Wesleyan. Straight into the right wing. Jalen Oliver swings out. Decembre, left wing, splits the defense. Floater, good. 39-29, the lead back up to 10 for Tennessee Wesleyan. Now here's Cousins off of contact. That's an offensive foul. Jordan Hall drew the charge, and he really sold that one after Cousins went into him with one shoulder down. It'll get you every time. 10-point lead. 1:27 remaining in the first. Bounce pass in for Jalen Oliver, smiling as he takes the ball across the Rams logo left to right. 1:20 remaining before Bluefield goes into the locker room. Feeds over to Oliver, trading around with Jordan Hall. Low pass into the corner, looking for Andre Reed. Overhanded pass over to Jalen Oliver. Takes the 3 from the right wing and misses as Cousins jumped up with one arm and corralled the rebound. Robinson fumbling the ball right in front of Richard Morgan and calls the timeout. Jalen Oliver was just about ready to wrestle with the point guard, but instead a timeout called by Robinson with 1:03 remaining in the first half. Bluefield down by 10 here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Back to basketball now. Rams trail by 10. It is 39-29. A minute remaining. Perry in a double team. Swings out of the double team, and now a bounce pass into the right wing for Robinson. Open lane towards the hoop. Gets the layup. What a play for the junior out of North Carolina. Now it's 39-31, an 8-point lead. Decembre steps into a long 3. No good. Rebound Gooch. 39 seconds. Tennessee Wesleyan, those threes are starting to cool off after they were red hot to start out the first half. Now 30 seconds remaining, 20 on the shot clock, about a 10-second differential, game clock and shot clock. Down by 8, Bluefield hoping for some sort of momentum as they go into the locker room. Tyquan Reed feeds Perry, left corner. Now back onto the right elbow, retreats back out. Bounce pass with 6 on the shot clock. Reed spotting for a screen. Takes a long 3, swirls around, and gets some help off the glass with 10 seconds remaining in the first half. 39-34, 5 seconds remaining. Jalen Oliver, long 3 from the left wing. Back iron, no good. Rebound lands in and can't get the shot up. What a 3 by Tyquan Reed. The ball swirled around the cup, went off the glass, and fell through the nylon. And Bluefield is only down by 5 as they go to halftime here at the Dome. Rams rallied back at the end of the first half to make it a 5-point deficit, 39-34 after the three from Taekwon Reed sank through the hoop. And the Rams really had a rough go of it to start out the game. Down by 9 to start it out. It was a 9-0 run from Tennessee Wesleyan. After that, the Rams really heated up. Really, the biggest thing to look at, Tennessee Wesleyan has hit 6 of 15 threes. That's 6 3-pointers. 3 of them have been driven in by Jalen Oliver. He has 11 points with those 3 3-pointers. He's taken 6, so he's hitting 50% of them. On the flip side for Bluefield, 9 points from both DeJuan Perry as well as Jorge Concepcion. Perry has been getting it done, really driving in. He's hit 3 of his 7 free throws, so trying to mop that up. Also has 3 rebounds to go along with that. He's 3 of 8 from the field, but you can see the aggression from DeJuan Perry really start to pick it up. On the rebounding end, 19 rebounds for Tennessee Wesleyan. Bluefield with 18, so pretty evenly matched as far as that goes. All the rebounds really have been snared by Tennessee Wesleyan's Todd Lanson. He's got 5 defensive rebounds as well as 2 offensive. And then Bluefield really on the rebounding end, it's been an all-out effort. A ton of players with 3 rebounds. Yesbeck, Concepcion, as well as Naquan Cousins and DeJuan Perry, joined by Donnell Gooch coming off of the bench. Not a scoring threat, but really one of the taller players can go up and snare the boards. Bluefield shooting around 38% there in the first half. And then on the other side, Tennessee Wesleyan shooting 50%. They are 13 of 26. They've worked the ball around the perimeter and have been able to convert on those open threes and open shots. The Rams, 12 of 32. They've done a good job of getting to the free throw line, 9 of 16. Got to convert a little bit more of those, just shooting 56% as a team. But on the other end, not as many free throws made by Tennessee Wesleyan, 7 of 12, shooting 58%. 39-34 the score. Bluefield down by 5. When we come back, just about 3 minutes left before the start of the second half here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Ready to rock with the second half here at the Dome. Bailey Engel, glad to have you with us here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bluefield down by 5 here at the Dome against conference foe Tennessee Wesleyan. Could be a tough one for Bluefield to swallow, losing to a team that is just 5-10 and 3-5 in the AAC, but definitely a chance to come back here in the second half. It is now Jalen Oliver taking the ball into the far right wing. Lob down low, looking for Kenny Dean, and the pass goes too far. And now Bluefield starts out the second half by forcing a Tennessee Wesleyan turnover. Jalen Oliver, the only player for Tennessee Wesleyan in double figures with 11 points. Has 3 3-pointers made. Jeremiah Jenkins on the bench. And Sean Robinson taking the ball up. Anthony Nelms back in as the power forward as he passes left over to Sean Robinson. Looking at the rim, 15 on the shot clock. Toes in, takes a 17-footer and misses with a rebound for Jalen Oliver right near the top of the key. Going on to the other side, Kenny Dean feeds top of the key, looking for a 3. Back iron, no good, as Andre Applewhite missed. Here comes Sean Robinson. One-armed lob over to Anthony Nelms. Back out to Concepcion. Steps into a triple and rattles it through the nylon. Bluefield down by 2 as Jorge Concepcion starts out the second half well. Anthony Nelms on the other end, forcing a turnover as he tipped the ball off the hand of Andre Applewhite, the D1 transfer. 39-37, 19:05 remaining. That intensity is there for Bluefield, down by just 2. It'll be interesting to see if Bluefield can do exactly what Tennessee Wesleyan was doing and just working the ball around the perimeter, looking for those shots. Taekwon Reed, too short on a left wing 3. Rebound Johnson Decembre. 6 threes made very early on by Tennessee Wesleyan, and they cooled off right there at the end of the second half. 39-37, Bulldogs on top with 18:40 remaining in the game. Lob top of the key to Johnson Decembre. Chest pass all around, working around the arc. Now in the left wing, here's Jalen Oliver. Ball on top of his head, and then a cross-court lob to Applewhite. Noah Fager in the corner, down on the shot clock. Passes over to Dean in the left wing. 7 now. Crossover dribble. Swings on the left side. Pass over to Applewhite. At the buzzer, misses the 3, bouncing right into the paws of Jorge Concepcion III. 18-14, Concepcion with a hard drive down the right baseline, feeds left wing. Reed dribbles into the paint, looking for the layup, missed, and a foul called on a block on Tennessee Wesleyan. Andre Applewhite, you can hear him show his disgust at that call, but that is going to be a foul called on Noah Fager. That's the 3rd foul called on Tennessee Wesleyan. Or 3rd foul called on Noah Fager, I should say, and the first one called in the second half. Here's Taekwon Reed looking for his first points of the second half. Already has 5 in the game. Shoots with the left hand and sinks it. Now Bluefield within 1 at 39-38. And Fager, a guy that does have some shooting confidence, has not even taken a shot today. Second shot. Reed sinks both free throws. Now the game is tied, 39-39. Bluefield on a bit of a run here. They have scored now 8 unanswered points. Fager on the right wing, shoves it over into the right side to Jalen Oliver in the corner. 19 on the shot clock. Oliver pressured by Concepcion, forces him to feed it over to Decembre. Now pass to Fager, turns top of the key. Oliver steps into a tray, nothing but net. His 4th 3-pointer made of the contest. And now Tennessee Wesleyan is back on the board, 42-39. Lob into Yesbeck off of his right hand, went right off the chest of Matt Dean, who is going, or Kenny Dean rather, who is going for the steal. Stops the clock at 17-36. Inbounds pass for Robinson, lobs it way up in the air for Yesbeck to get it on the left wing. Passes right to Nelms, turns back to Robinson, steps into a long 2, and drains it from 17 feet just behind the elbow. 42-41, Rams down by 1. Robinson kicking up some of that midcourt pressure on Jalen Oliver, who feeds it over into the top of the key for Johnson Decembre. Now a hard angle down the right side of the lane. Swings out right to Fager. Launches a 3, no good, and a rebound for the small point guard. Here comes Sean Robinson. Chest pass to Taekwon Reed in the right wing. Bluefield down by 1, 42-41. 17 minutes remaining in the game. Robinson doesn't need help off his screen. Dribbles on the left side. Almost lost the ball. Picks it up. Looking for help. Bounces over to Concepcion in the left corner. Now hoping for help with 10 on the shot clock. Lobs back up on the left wing for Reed. Dribbles down the right side of the lane. Jump stop, contested 2, and sinks it anyway. Lead is one for Bluefield, 43-42. What a shot by Taekwon Reed. All the confidence from mid-range. Noah Fager in the left wing. He took his one shot of the game and missed just moments ago. Oliver, hard zip down low to Applewhite. Going up for two. Lost the ball, but it was punched out of bounds by Stanthony Nelms as Applewhite went up for the layup. Applewhite still sitting on the floor, now back up. David Tripp brought onto the game. Gage Yes back on the bench. Haven't seen much out of David Tripp in this one. Usually he's a guy that can really take it over down low. Pass down low to Applewhite, draws some contact, and Bluefield hoping for a charge, even through the missed shot from Andre Applewhite after Stanthony Nelms flopped. Kick on the right side for Jorge Concepcion, dribbling with his left hand, trying to hand it off to Robinson, and does, straight on the right wing with 16:05 left to go on the game clock. Reed stumbling with the ball near the middle of the floor. Now angles in on the left side, swings out to Nelms, pump fake in the corner, and draws a foul on Andre Applewhite. Wasn't a shooting foul, though, so Stanthony Nelms will just prompt an inbounds pass with 15:57 left here in this first couple of minutes of the second half. Now the shot clock is at 20. Robinson just going to heave it into the backcourt for Jorge Concepcion, who toes across the middle and hands it off to his point guard. Bluefield with a 1-point lead. 15 seconds on the shot clock as Robinson takes his time. Walks up top of the key, crossover dribble, picks the left side, passes out to Nelms, dribbling down the paint, swings out right to Tripp, takes a three, and sinks it. 46-42. Rams lead by 4. Tennessee Wesleyan in a bit of a reeling mode here as Dean is stolen away by Taekwon Reed in the paint. Bounces left for Tripp and finishes with the two-handed dunk. 48-42. Long outlet pass to Johnson Decembre in the right corner. Forces Bluefield to get back on defense. Long three for Dean. Back iron. No good. Nelms jumps up with two hands and snatches the board. 6-point lead for the Rams, their largest of the game. Reed over to Tripp, looking for his second three. Too short. And now Jalen Oliver looking to run the offense. A timeout called. 14:57 left to go in the game. David Tripp scoring the last 5 points for Bluefield, and a timeout taken by the Bulldogs. When we come back, more Rams basketball here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Rams have jumped out to a 6-point lead after being down by 5 at halftime. They lead 48-42 over Tennessee Wesleyan here at the Dome. An inbounds pass for Tennessee Wesleyan as Kenny Dean feeds into Fager, returns it right back to the shooting guard. Jalen Oliver hoping for help near midcourt and finds it in Johnson Decembre over on the right wing. Now feeds on the left side for Oliver. Zip down low to Fager, goes up for two, sinks the basket, and it counts. There's a lot of differential between the foul and the basket. David Tripp called on the foul. He wanted the charge, and they counted the basket. Jorge Concepcion arguing with the referees, hoping that it would be an on-the-floor foul. Meanwhile, that's David Tripp's third foul. And Tripp, after really invigorating that run for Bluefield, goes in with a foul as the free throw does not fall. 48-44 the score. Rams lead by 4. Sean Robinson still in as the point guard for Bluefield. Anthony Nelms, chest pass on the top of the key to Tripp, returns left side. Reed with a pump fake, takes a long two, swirls around the cup, no good. Rebound, Kenny Dean. Towing on the far side of the court on the right. Now inside the perimeter, goes into the lane and powers through with a layup, coast to coast for the Bulldogs. Not a great defensive stance for Bluefield. Now DeJuan Perry, we're looking to be brought in. Concepcion lost the ball, stolen by Andre Applewhite, picked back up by Sean Robinson, and he drew the foul on Jalen Oliver. Applewhite fed Oliver, who was going down the floor. Oliver had no warning that Robinson was right behind him, and the point guard for Bluefield just snuck a hand in there to get the steal. Second foul called on Jalen Oliver. 48-46. DeJuan Perry now in, feeds Tripp, and right back on the right wing to Tyquan Reed. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Fager stepping up in the defense. Pump fake move, now dribbling into the lane. Swings out right side to Tripp. Almost lost it. Feeds DeJuan Perry, who lost the ball. Cherry picking was in. Andre Applewhite goes up for two and sinks the layup with a foul. So now a foul shot for Andre Applewhite. Meanwhile, Johnson Decembre back on the other end of the floor looks to be a little bit shaken up. And Anthony Nelms pretty upset about that foul call. His third, 48-46. They went down on the other end of the floor. Applewhite went up for the layup. And Nelms got a piece of him with the layup. Third foul called on the senior from Atlanta. Now Applewhite has tied up the game at 48-48, looking to take the lead. His shot, good. 49-48, Bluefield with it with 13:48 remaining in the game. Sean Robinson walking the ball across midcourt. His team was up by 6, and now on a 7-0 run, here's Tennessee Wesleyan. Perry with a chest pass, zips back top of the key over to Tyquan Reed. Returns left wing to Nyquan Cousins. Now the size in with Anthony Nelms taken out of the game. Perry out of a double team, dribbling down the right side, feeds Reed, steps into a long tray, swirls around the cup, no good. Rebound Jordan Hall. Oliver, a bounce pass down under the basket for Digimon Wilson, and he dribbled the ball over the baseline. Good defensive pressure there by David Tripp that caused Wilson to get a little bit antsy, and he just dribbled the ball into a turnover. Jeremiah Jenkins brought on after Sean Robinson gets a breather. So the freshman from Norfolk, Virginia will start to take the ball up for Bluefield. More of a scoring threat than Sean Robinson. Doesn't have as many assists as Robinson, but Jeremiah Jenkins is a guy that's pretty tough. We've seen him sink a number of and ones this year, especially from outside of the arc. Pair of the ball around the top of the key. Hard chest passes, just trading the ball near the top of the perimeter. Now Tripp onto the left corner, hoping for some contact. Zips it back out on the left side to Nyquan Cousins. Hard dribbles, looking for a floater. Instead, he's fouled on the passing effort on the left side to David Tripp. And that foul will be called on Andre Applewhite, and that'll be the fourth one on the senior from Memphis, Tennessee. So in foul trouble. Meanwhile, that's the team's fourth foul as well. It'll be an inbounds pass as Lansden comes in for Applewhite. Lansden already with 7 points. Or 7 rebounds, I should say. Maya Jenkins feeds Tripp on the far corner. Looking for help. Pivoting around on the defense from Johnson Decembre. 15 on the shot clock. Jenkins with possession. Takes a long three from the top of the arc and drains the long triple. Bluefield leading 51-49. 3 starting to fall for the Rams in the second half. 12:38 as the Rams bench starts to chant defense. Top of the key, Jordan Hall dribbling down the right end of the paint. Lost it, loose ball. Tripp with a bounce pass up to Jenkins. Lobs it back to Tripp. And his second dunk of the afternoon. Finished with 2 hands. Rams starting to hoop it up here, up by 4. Jalen Oliver on the far side feeds Lansden. You can tell there's a lot of confidence with this Bluefield team when they play at the Dome. Bounce pass goes through the hands and through the legs of Lansden. Here comes Bluefield again, forcing another turnover. 53-49, 12 minutes remaining in the game. Reed veers top of the key, passes right to Naquan Cousins, and on the pivot move, he walked. So here comes some more substitutions. There is Filer now in as the point guard. Jalen Oliver taking a breather with a couple of fouls. Rams lead by 4. 53-49, 11:53. Top of the key, Kenny Dean on the left wing, hoping for an offensive possession. Now a foul called on DeJuan Perry off of the ball. Tying up, that's the third foul on Bluefield. And now Gooch brought on, Cousins taken off. Richard Morgan not excited about the travel call on Naquan Cousins. On the left wing, here's Darius Filer. Back top of the key, 15 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Filer looking for some sort of offense to open up. Dribbles on the right side with contact. His pass almost stolen by Reed. Loose ball, finally picks it up. Now at the top of the key, dribbling onto the lane. Swings out right wing, trip for 3. No good, and a rebound for Kenny Dean on the left side of the basket. Outlet back up top to Jordan Hall. Gets past some Bluefield defenders going up for a contested layup. No good. December on the putback. Once again missed. Tipped out of bounds right off the hands of Donnell Gooch with 11:17 remaining in the game. Tough one starting to amount here for Tennessee Wesley, and that offense we saw in the first moments of the first half have not really produced in the second as Lanston misses a long 2. Tripp fighting for a rebound, and a foul called on Johnson Decembre. That'll be the fifth foul on Tennessee Wesleyan, and the third foul on Decembre, a guy that scored 17 points against Bluefield in the AAC matchup last year. A little bit of a different showing today for Johnson Decembre. The big man only has 8 points, but still 3 fouls. Now in the right corner, here's DeJuan Perry. Turns back top of the key for Jeremiah Jenkins. Off of a screen, he passes left to Reed, bounce right back to his point guard. Off of another screen on the right side, pops from the elbow. Fire left, rebound Johnson Decembre. 10:47 remaining. Down by 4, 53-49. Rams up by a couple of possessions. Hall, chest pass, top of the key. Dean with a line drive 3, missed off the back of the arc, and another foul called on a rebounding effort by Johnson Decembre. Tripp had the rebound, no doubt, and Decembre with a boneheaded play just tied up onto the Rams power forward. So he'll go onto the bench. That's his 4th foul, team 6th. Inbounds pass to Jeremiah Jenkins. 10:33 remaining in the game. Bluefield already looking like it's a tale of 2 halves in this one. Passes out on the right wing to DeJuan Perry. Zips back top of the key to Reed. An underhand pass over to Jeremiah Jenkins in the left wing. Feeds Gooch top of the key. Ball swatted out of bounds on a pass over to DeJuan Perry. And that'll be off of Jordan Hall. A little bit of a conference between the referees on who it went off of, but after the quick little conversation, DeJuan Perry will inbounds it for the Rams. Bounces into Jenkins. Cross-court lob, Reed, left wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now dribbling down to 8. Jenkins under pressure. Feeds Reed in the corner. Steps into the lane. Underhands a layup, no good. Perry tipping the ball around. Did not hit the rim. Here comes an outlet pass to Oliver. Go 2-on-1. Here's Andre Reed in the corner. Dribbling into the paint. Going for the layup. And it falls, but a charge called on the drawing efforts of Jeremiah Jenkins. Andre Reed went up, and the little man for Bluefield went right down. Second foul on Andre Reed and another turnover. 7th team foul for Tennessee Wesleyan. So Bluefield in the bonus. Here comes Jenkins walking the ball across the logo. Passes right wing Reed. Cross-court lob over to DeJuan Perry, and he bounces it right back to Jeremiah Jenkins. Rams hoping for another offensive conversion, and they might get one here with a 1-and-1. Foul called on Jordan Hall. As DeJuan Perry was entering the perimeter. Substitutions looking to be made. Jorge Concepcion the third waiting. Perry on a 1-and-1. Steps up to the free throw line. Bluefield has David Tripp as well as Donnell Gooch close to the rim. First shot, bounces right, rebound Kenny Dean. And Tennessee Wesleyan catches a break. Long lob on the right corner. Andre Reed for 3 and bullets it through the net. 53-52, wasting no time on that. Rams up by 1 with 9.5 minutes remaining in the game. Jenkins steps into another foul called. This time it looks like it's going to be on Todd Lansden. So 1-1 ensuing for Jeremiah Jenkins. 9:25 remaining in the game, and these fouls start to pile up. It's really not even comparable, the foul calls. Bluefield has only 3 fouls as the first shot goes through on a 1-1 for Jeremiah Jenkins to give the Rams now a 2-point lead. Nine fouls for Tennessee Wesleyan, only 3 for the Rams. Jeremiah Jenkins hits both of the 1-1. 55-52, 9:20 remaining in the game. Towing around the far side, Jalen Oliver decides to take it himself, missed the layup with a foul called on Jeremiah Jenkins. Well, the fouls really have piled up, and now the strategy is, it seems in this game, rather than work the ball around the perimeter, drive in, see what you can do and see what you can pick up. So now 2 shots. Oliver wasting really no time. He didn't dribble, but once picked up the ball and made the first free throw. Now 55-53. His second, he missed. Rebound David Tripp with a long left arm. 9:10 remaining. Swings out right side to Reed. The midcourt pressure really starting to kick up as Jordan Hall almost punched the ball away. Jenkins bounces up top to David Tripp. Feeds Concepcion. Left corner 3. Too hard. Rebound Todd Lansden. In the double digits for rebounds now. Here comes Jalen Oliver across midcourt. 55-53. Bluefield leading by 2 with 8:45 remaining. Picked away by Jenkins at midcourt. Straight to the rim. Finishes on the left side with a layup. Good steal for the point guard to put Bluefield back up by 2 possessions. It's 57-53. 8:30 remaining in the game as Oliver ran straight into Tyquan Reed, but Tyquan has to pick up the foul for that. Feet were not set. That's his first foul. Been inbounds for Kenny Dean, 8:31 remaining. Inbounds for Dean, feeds Reed in the left corner. Bounces further in for Todd Lansden. Returns back out to Reed, and it'll feed Oliver near the top of the key. Looking for a shot. Bluefield with a defense. Now in the corner. Andre Reed for 3. Too short. Rebound jumped up by the Chesapeake native, Jorge Concepcion. 57-53, a 4-point lead for the Rams. Underhands it back to Concepcion near the right wing. Looking for a screen. Goes against it still. Straight down the lane on the right side. And a foul called as he was going up for 2. Doesn't matter if he was shooting anyway because Bluefield is now in the double bonus. Third foul on Kenny Dean. 8:04 remaining. Here's Jorge Concepcion, a guy that has his hot streaks and he has his slumps. And Bluefield could use another hot streak here. First free throw goes through for Jorge Concepcion the third. Really athletic shooter, and we saw in that Union game he knows how to drive in as well. That athleticism is present. Second free throw. Too hard at first, but bounced off the flange and with a backspin fell through the nylon. 59-53, the lead is 6 for the Rams. They've trailed this game by 10 at times in the first half, then fought back. They were down by 5 going into halftime. 8 minutes remaining in this game. On the right side, Andre Applewhite almost stumbled, picked up his dribble, out of a double team, passes right in the corner to Oliver, returns back to Applewhite, zips left corner over to Andre Reed, bounce down into the left block by Kenny Dean, goes up for 2, and he is fouled on his way there. Shot does not fall, and Kenny Dean will have 2 free throws. It is crucial here to make these. 7:42, 2-possession game, and here's the senior from Alcoa, Tennessee, with a long exhale, shooting the first and making it. 59-54. Dean still eyeing the 10. Bluefield, 4 rebounders. Second shot rattles home. 59-55. Now the score, Bluefield leading by 4. Jenkins towing the ball across midcourt for the Rams. Hoping for help, Jalen Oliver, the perimeter defense. Bluefield Taking their time now, 15 on the shot clock. Jenkins feeds right, over to Taekwon Reed. Off of a screen, dribbles left, and he walked on the pivoting move. Trying to fake right, and in the process, dragged that foot. Turnover, 59-55, a 4-point lead, 7:20 remaining. Tennessee Wesleyan taking the ball right to left in front of a good crowd, considering not as many students are still here. Going across midcourt, here's Jalen Oliver. Pressure from Jeremiah Jenkins, veering right into the right wing. This man has 4 threes made. Could use another one. Round the perimeter, Kenny Dean in the left corner. A head fake, bounces down even lower to Johnson Decembre. Spin move, going up for 2 and fouled by Donnell Gooch. He was about to pass it out. And it was not a shooting foul. He went up and was about to pass. So instead of it being 2 shots, it'll be a 1-and-1 for Decembre. This is a guy that scored in double figures in the loss to Reinhardt. Usually comes off of the bench, but he got the start today. Guy that shoots nearly 50% from the field. Might need to kick it up a notch if Tennessee Wesleyan can try to get back into the lead. Down by 4. Bluefield up 59-55. First shot for Decembre. It's the front of the rim and then falls through the net. 59-56. Left-handed shooter from Kissimmee, Florida. Second shot. Got it. 59-57. Now a timeout called by Richard Morgan. Bluefield leading by 2 in what could be another nail-biter here at the Dome. 6:59 remaining. Back in Bluefield, 59-57. Rams lead by 2 with 6:59 remaining in the game. Jeremiah Jenkins running the point for the Rams. It's been a back-and-forth game so far, but the second half has been mainly Bluefield. Concepcion with possession in the left wing as the junior from Chesapeake eyes for his next move. Toes inside the perimeter, retreats back out and passes left to DeJuan Perry. A hard pass to Jenkins in the left wing. Crossover dribble, arcs up a 3. No good. Rebound Cousins, puts it back on the deck, goes on the left side and finishes with 2 hands off of the glass. What a putback by Naekwon Cousins. Garnered that separation and got it. Now 61-57. Bluefield, mind you, in the double bonus. And Tennessee Wesleyan in the bonus. 6:20 remaining. The pass down low off the hands of Andre Applewhite. Jalen Oliver feeding, and his head now shaking. Chemistry just not there for Tennessee Wesleyan. 6:15 in the second half left to go. Jenkins lob on the left side over to Concepcion. Cross-court pass to Perry, and a feed to Jenkins in the right wing. Jeremiah Jenkins, a guy that can do it all. And if they can get Naekwon Cousins through this as well. Perry picks up the dribble and shoots from 5 feet on the right side. No good. 61-57. Rams lead by 4. 5:50 left to go in the game. Applewhite, good feed to Johnson Decembre. Hits the shot with the foul. Applewhite went straight into the paint. The pass was over his head and lobbed it backwards to Johnson Decembre, who knocked it off the glass. 61-59. And Decembre hoping for the and 1. He does. 61-60. The three-point play puts Tennessee Wesleyan back within 1. 5:45. Both teams with a ton of energy here still remaining in the last part of the game as referees making sure that the shot clock starts at the right time. Now the shot clock was previously at 28, now knocked down to 24. Bounce pass in for Jeremiah Jenkins. 5:40 remaining. Taking the ball across midcourt. Bluefield has slowed it down a bit, but they find these open shots still. Turns back near the logo for Jeremiah Jenkins with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Now at 9, Perry feeds Jenkins in the right wing. Now at 7, dribbling near the top of the key, off of some contact, feed down low to Cousins, hits the shot with the foul. He got it from the baseline about 7 feet out. Cousins was knocked down, and that'll put Bluefield up by 3 with a chance to make it 4. Meanwhile, that's the 4th foul on Kenny Dean. Player that Tennessee Wesleyan really needs down the stretch. Cousins hits the free throw, and Bluefield leads by 4. 5:18 remaining in the game. Taking the ball across midcourt. Here's Jalen Oliver, and Jeremiah Jenkins reached inside and picked up a foul. Tough one for Jenkins, and now he's saying, I didn't touch him. Not incredibly discouraged, though, and that is still a tough foul. Now that's his 3rd one. He goes out. Robinson brought back into the game. Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. A rebound for Nyquan Cousins. He picked it up. Didn't realize that it was live at first, and then when the ball was hanging up in the air, snared it back down. 64-65 minutes remaining in the game. Robinson now in as the 1. Chest pass on the left side to Nyquan Cousins. A shoulder shake, and he picks up another foul off of Andre Applewhite. Applewhite really is in foul trouble. That is his 5th. I guess you can say he is. He is out of the game. Applewhite, the senior, out of the game. Jordan Hall back on. Bluefield leading by 4. Cousins, off of that and 1 play, gave Bluefield a 2-possession lead. And Applewhite very frustrated. Here's Cousins eyeing the rim. Exhales and shoots. First shot, no good. Bluefield in the double bonus, as is Tennessee Wesleyan. Cousins looking to go up by 5. Arcs the 2nd free throw. Nothing but net. 65-60 the score. Bluefield starting to cake on the pressure at midcourt. Hall with an overheaded pass, almost stolen by Nyquan Cousins, but he was draped over the back of Andre Reed near the logo. So now Reed will shoot 2. That's the 2nd time Bluefield has been called for a mid-court foul in just about 30 seconds. Now Reed looking at the rim, his first shot. Swirls around and goes through. Into the free throw line, Reed looking for his 2nd shot. Donnell Gooch taken off. Hits both free throws. 65-62 now the score. 4:48 remaining. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Concepcion in trouble. Gets out of the double team. Feeds Perry. Toes it back to Cousins. Looking for 2. And a charge called as Cousins went up to the basket. Decembre, who has 4 fouls, a risky move, just fell flat on his back and drew the charge. Now with a chance to tie. 4:38 remaining in the game. 65-62. If you're just now joining us, the women's team for Bluefield won 68-65 off of a buzzer beater in overtime from Danae Cox. And the way this game is going, wouldn't be surprised if there is another overtime here today on the men's side. In the left wing, Oliver feeds down low to Reed, spins out of the defense. A foul called on Nyquan Cousins as he blocked Andre Reed, stuffed the ball right in the crevice between the rim and the backboard, and a foul is called. And Cousins is beside himself. Thought he got the block of the year. Now the referee still is waiting for the play to just fizzle out. 4th foul called on Nyquan Cousins. First shot for Reed goes in. And Bluefield playing it on the rebound like it wasn't a double bonus, but it is. So now it's 65-63. Taekwon Reed brought in. Donnell Gooch got a quick breather, and Cousins taken off. Reed still staring at the rim with the right hand. It's another free throw. He's been good in the past couple of minutes. 65-64. 1 point lead. Here comes Jeremiah Jenkins, bounces right side to Reed. Almost fumbled the ball away. Now in a double team. Jumps out of it, feeds Concepcion into the right corner. 17 on the shot clock. Concepcion, hard pass to Gooch. Another hard one down to Tripp, and he draws the foul, going up for 2 on Kenny Dean. Kenny Dean with his 5th foul. That is the second member of the Bulldogs team to be fouled out. So now Tennessee Wesleyan will try to win this game without the help of Andre Applewhite or Kenny Dean. So it'll be 2 shots from David Tripp. David Tripp, the exhale, goes up for 1 and misses. 65-64. You bounce into David Tripp. 4:06 remaining. Tripp trying to make a good free throw here, and he does. 66-64. Rams lead by 2 with 4:03 remaining in the game. Could come down to the last couple of possessions. Jordan Hall returns right wing to Jalen Oliver. Oliver has been quiet since the first half. Now the right wing feeds Reed in the corner. Returns back up top to Oliver, dribbling on the left side. Pops it back out to Hall. 13 on the shot clock. Decembre thinks about a 3. Passes left to Hall. Back over to Andre Reed. Pro link 3. Banks off of the back of the iron. Over on the rebound to Sean Robinson. Tripp feeds Concepcion. Pump fake, towing down the baseline. Pulls up from 10. No good. Rebound for Lansden. Rebounding efforts continue for the forward from Tennessee Wesleyan. 2-point lead for Bluefield. 3.5 minutes remaining. 66-64. Easy pass to Decembre. Returns top of the key to Lancer. Just working the ball around the arc. Nothing open at the moment for Tennessee Wesleyan. Hall taking a contested 3 and sinks it. The senior from Lenoir City, Tennessee, gives Tennessee Wesleyan the 1-point lead with the tray. 67-66. Bluefield down by 1 with 3 minutes left to go. Robinson chest pass on the left side for Tyquan Reed. Off of some pressure from Andre Reed. Tripp now with it on the right side. Pump fake, feeds Reed. Long 3 from the top of the key. No good. It was far right and hit the back end of the backboard. 67-66. 2:40 now on the clock. 1-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan. They were down by 6 at one point in this half and have now fought their way back for a 1-point lead. Reed almost had it on a backdoor cut. Ball went out of bounds off the hands of Jordan Hall after Bluefield's Jorge Concepcion and Tyquan Reed pressured him on a trap. 1-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan as Sean Robinson runs the point for Bluefield, going left to right in the white jerseys. 2:20 left to go. Concepcion bounces right to Reed, feeds Tripp. Corner, jumper, rattles home from long range on the mid-range effort actually. 68-67. 2:05 remaining in the game. Rams up by 1. Feeds on the right side for Johnson Decembre. Passes out to Lanson. Feeds on the left side over to Jalen Oliver. Spinning around. Low pass to Andre Reed. Feeds Hall. Right wing 3. Back iron. No good. What a rebound by Donnell Gooch. And fought for it under the basket after he almost lost it. Still a 1-point lead for the Rams. Trying to go back up by 2 possessions. Reed feeds Tripp off the glass. What a backdoor pass. And a great dime from Tyquan Reed. 70-67. Rams up by 3. Minute and a half remaining. Timeout called by Tennessee Wesleyan. 3-point lead for the Rams. A minute 30 when we come back, the conclusion of this game on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Back here in Bluefield, Rams lead by 3 in a big AAC matchup. Is 70-67 after the timeout was called by Tennessee Wesleyan. Bluefield with a couple of players in double figures. David Tripp with 14 after really an invigorating second half. Jorge Concepcion tied for the team lead in points with 14 points as well. Leading the team in rebounds, those two guys joined by Naquan Cousins, all of them with 5 rebounds. On the other end, Jalen Oliver has 15 points, but he's only scored 4 in the second half. 13 points for Johnson Decembre and 11 for Kenny Dean, who has fouled out. Him and Andre Applewhite removed from the game with both 5 personal fouls. Be an inbounds pass for Jordan Hall, feeding into Jalen Oliver. 1.5 minutes remaining. Bluefield up by 3, looking for a defensive stop. Oliver toes inside the perimeter, feeds back out to Decembre, looking for the tying 3, too short, and a rebound for Bluefield. Finally for Donnell Gooch after the ball pinballed around in the paint. 1:13 remaining, could be a big possession for Bluefield, trying to run the clock down and get up by 2 scores. Robinson bounces left side to David Tripp, hands it off right back to his point guard, enters the perimeter, going up for 2 on the layup, missed. Donnell Gooch going up for the putback and foul. So now the big man will have 2 free throws, looking for his first points of the contest. And what a time to do it. So here's Donnell Gooch with 2 shots and a chance to put Bluefield up by 2 scores. With a make of either one. Gooch eyeing the rim. The big man coming out of Clarendon College. First free throw. Good. What a pretty move. On a follow through. 71-67. Rams on the 2-game losing streak. Trying to end that today. But Gooch missed the second free throw. 57 seconds remaining in the game. Jalen Oliver and his team down by 2 scores. Oliver hoping for someone to cut into the basket. Cross feed over to Andre Reed in the corner. Hoping for help. Another lob to Jordan on the left wing. Turns back top of the key. Hoping for help. Another lob. Reed had to desperation move. Tip onto the far side. And Naquan Reed was fighting with Jalen Oliver to try to pick that ball up. Andre Reed had it in the corner. Jumped up, had to heave it back top of the key, and Reed got a hand on it. It's only 7 on the shot clock, though. Have to go the length of the court. Here comes Jalen Oliver, 5 on the shot clock as he goes across midcourt. Oliver straight in the lane, good. Perfect post-to-post move by Jalen Oliver. And if you're Tennessee Wesleyan, you couldn't have asked for a better move. Now down by 2, shot clock is off, 71-69, and Bluefield will have to wait through the Tennessee Wesleyan timeout. So Jalen Oliver, who was relatively quiet in the second half, comes back here in the last minute of the game and gives Tennessee Wesleyan a chance right there before the end. He's got 17 points, leading all scorers. Haven't really seen that much out of Bluefield's other shooters. From Jeremiah Jenkins as well as Sean Robinson, really not a shooter. Rams need a big conversion right here. Any fouls would send Bluefield towards the free throw line. 71-69 is the score. Up by 2 after the timeout from Tennessee Wesleyan. Now the Rams looking for a win. Mike Poe drawing up something for a stop here. This could be a big win for Bluefield after losing 2 in a row. 1 to Pikeville, an undefeated team in the Mid-South Conference, and then game to Union that really should have been won by Bluefield. Buzzer sounds. These fans looking for a clean sweep of the basketball doubleheader today. Of course, Rams women won earlier, 68-65 on a 3 hit by Danae Cox. And now the Rams hoping to win once again in somewhat dramatic fashion. They'll get the ball back with 29.8 seconds remaining in the game. No shot clock, and that could provide some sort of difficulty for Tennessee Wesleyan. They are not guaranteed to get the ball back. It'll be interesting to see if Wesleyan fouls here. Bluefield from the free throw line today has been 18 of 28. So really nothing to write home about. Pressured on the inbounds. Jeremiah Jenkins hoping for someone to pass it to. Has to get it in. 5-second violation. And what a boneheaded move there. Sean Robinson, rather, looking for someone to pass it to and couldn't get the ball off. So now a chance to tie it up or take the lead from Tennessee Wesleyan. Here's Jordan Hall with a slap of the ball. Feeds in to Jalen Oliver. They can have the last shot. Oliver toes right down the lane, goes up for two, gets the layup off, and then misses. That one almost went in to try to take the lead on an and-one as a foul is called. Bluefield with all 4 of their timeouts left. Jalen Oliver looking for a couple of free throws to tie this up. So there's some sweat building up on the left block. Richard Morgan pretty upset. Rams had a chance. They just couldn't get the inbounds pass off. A 5-second violation. Meanwhile, that foul called on David Tripp, his 4th. Now Oliver with a chance to try to tie the game up. And for the guard, he is 3 of 5 from the charity stripe today. So now looking for 2 shots. His first rattles home. Tennessee Wesleyan within 1. 71-70. 23.8 seconds left. Oliver eyes the rim. Second shot good, and the game is tied. 71-71. 23.8 seconds remaining. David Tripp bounces in to Jeremiah Jenkins. Goes through the defense. Outlets up to Reed. Has a man down low. David Tripp, layup no good. Noah Fager with a rebound. 15 seconds remaining, and now here comes Tennessee Wesleyan with a chance to take the lead. 9 seconds. Oliver towards the front of the arc. 5 seconds. Off a screen. Veers right. Pump fake. Takes a 3. Air ball. Out of bounds. And Bluefield will get the ball back with half a second left. Looks like we could have overtime again. David Tripp had an open look on the layup and then bricked it off of the backboard. A whistle and a timeout called by Richard Morgan. Now 0.5. A split second, enough to get up a shot. And, of course, we don't have the benefit of instant replay here, so have to really see if there's any faith that Bluefield will try to heave it down court and try to tip it in. It's really the only chance with half a second left. But David Tripp going down the floor, missed the layup, went straight off the backboard. And then right after that, a shot missed by Jalen Oliver. A bad 3 taken from the top of the key, but still the look they wanted. Bluefield had a lead in this one. They were up by 4 with just about a minute left. And Tennessee Wesleyan was able to fight their way back, played smart defense, played hard basketball, and Bluefield just didn't know how to ice this game out. It's now looking for another buzzer beater finish, or else we have another overtime game here today inside the Dome. .20 seconds remaining in the timeout. Richard Morgan trying to draw up something to give Bluefield a chance at the buzzer beater. Tennessee Wesleyan have to commend how they have fought on the road. This Mike Poe team in his 14th season trying to knock off Bluefield on their home court. Anthony Nelms will be into inbounds. 0.5 seconds remaining in this game. And Richard Morgan calls another timeout. So he's trying to see how everyone would set up, and he didn't like what he saw. So now 0.5 seconds remaining in the game. Rams looking for an inbounds. It's tied up 71-71. Looking for some more size. On the floor now, it looks like he will have Anthony Nelms, Taekwon Reed, Jorge Concepcion, and Jeremiah Jenkins. So you have to see if they're trying to break a half-court shot or maybe a pro-length 3 down the floor. With 0.5 seconds left, it's really not a chance to turn around and shoot it. You have to tip it in the air to try to get this in. But mainly, it could be another steal for Tennessee Wesleyan that could bring them back up. So Bluefield also has to focus on the fact they don't want to keep the ball anywhere close towards the Tennessee Wesleyan rim. 71-71 is the score. Boy, it's been an exciting day at the Dome, hasn't it? Rams women with the win at the buzzer, Now going back out onto the floor. They didn't use the entirety of that timeout. Nelms setting up as the inbounder. Bluefield going down the court. One-armed heave looking for Cousins, or rather it was Taekwon Reed. The ball was tipped, and we will have overtime. 71-71 here in Bluefield. It's going to take another period to decide the winner of this game here at the Dome. Overtime once again in Bluefield. Rams and Bulldogs all tied up at 71-71. In the middle of the floor for the tip-off. It's swatted into the hands of Jorge Concepcion. Bluefield will start out with possession. They were up by 4 with about a minute left. Tennessee Wesleyan able to force a 5-second violation on the inbounds and convert to tie up the game. Swings out on the right side for Jeremiah Jenkins. Back up top to Nae'Qwan Cousins. Now drives inside, pulls back for a long 2. Nothing but net. Transfer from Vance Granville Community College gives Bluefield their first points of the overtime period, 73-71. Noah Fager with a hard dish down low. Jordan Hall going up for 2. Instead, kicks out left side to Andre Reed. Missed the 3 from the wing. Rebounds to Anthony Nelms. Bluefield with a chance to really command this game because Tennessee Wesleyan, you got to remember, is without Andre Applewhite and is without Kenny Dean, 2 of their better players, 2 starters, mind you. Nae'Qwan Cousins dribbling straight into the lane, going up for the dunk. Doesn't get the dunk, but still punches the ball off the far end of the rim. 75-71, Bluefield coming out gunning so far in the overtime. Oliver lobs over to Lanson, pops the ball loose, sliding around for it's Nae'Qwan Cousins. Hall picked it up, dish to Lanson, loose ball up top of the key. It's Anthony Nelms tied up with a shooting guard for Tennessee Wesleyan. And Richard Morgan clapping as Nelms gets called for the foul, his 4th. Have to love the aggression. Bluefield with a 4-point lead, 3:49 remaining in this first half, or in the first couple minutes of overtime. Bounce into Jordan Hall. Hall eyeing the rim, exhales, shoots, and scores, 75-72. Jordan Hall, another part of that Tennessee Wesleyan comeback. He tied it up, or dialed it up, from 3 deep as he misses the second free throw. Loose ball hauled out of the air by Jeremiah Jenkins. So he can't make both free throws, and here comes Bluefield in transition. 75-72. Anthony Nelms with a hard pump fake, controls the ball right on the AAC logo in front of Richard Morgan. Nae'Qwan Cousins toes inside the lane, veers out right, thinking about it too. Instead, lobs it back to Concepcion. Reed now with it, spinning in the lane. Kick out, Cousins towing down the baseline, swings it back out to Reed. 4 on the shot clock. Concepcion feeds Jenkins at the buzzer. The 3, no good. Back rim, rebound Andre Reed as the buzzer sounds. 75-72. Feed over to Noah Fager in the corner. Toes inside the lane. Swings out to Hall. Tying three. No good. Tipped in the air. Rebound. Caught by Jorge Concepcion. 3 minutes left in the overtime. Bluefield up by 3. 75-72. Here's D'Anthony Nelms off of a screen. He'll go on the right side. Almost lost the ball. Picks it up. Passes out back up top to Jeremiah Jenkins. Here's Cousins. Couple of pivot moves. Finds Concepcion on the right wing. Through pressure. Goes for the layup and somehow punched the ball through off the back iron. 77-72. 5-point lead for the Rams in overtime. Back top of the key for Fager. A pump fake and instead a pass to Hall. Bounce pass down low to Lanson. Feed back out to Reed. Top of the key. Lobs over to Hall. Left wing three. No good. That was an open look. Fager with a putback, though, on the offensive board. Off the window and in. 77-74 the score. Rams lead by 3. Addition the right side for Cousins. Some more offensive prowess for Naquan Cousins. A long swing out to Concepcion. Feeds Jenkins on the left wing. Going up for 2. Floater no good. Rebound Andre Reed. Under 2 minutes to go now. Reed trying to go coast to coast. Goes on the left side. Up for the layup and picks up the foul from Jorge Concepcion. Now Reed just kind of veered right into Jorge Concepcion and then just baited him into that foul. 77-74, and that'll be Concepcion's 5th. First shot, good. Now Concepcion will have to leave the game. David Tripp going to check in. And Concepcion, that was his 5th foul. Shot is good. Here comes Jeremiah Jenkins, now to Concepcion. Lob up to Naquan Cousins, the alley-oop. 79-76, Rams lead by 3. What a play for Bluefield. Now on the left side, Andre Reed with the tray, front rim no good, looking to bounce right into the Tennessee Wesleyan bench. But what an alley-oop it was. Feed from Jorge Concepcion to Naquan Cousins. Bluefield up by 3 with 1.5 minutes remaining. All the excitement now in the building for the Rams. Minute 23. Jenkins passes out left to Jorge Concepcion. Dish top of the key to Jenkins. Feeds on the right side. A bounce in the corner. David Tripp with a long 2 from the baseline. No good. Fager wrestled for the rebound. 1:08 remaining in the game as Oliver crosses into the lane. Swings back out to Fager. Steps into a triple. Back iron no good. And a rebound. Caught by Concepcion, but a foul on Tennessee Wesleyan. 1:02 remaining. Now going for 2 shots. It'll be David Tripp. The foul was called on Todd Lanston. So Tripp with a chance maybe to ice it, but can't count Tennessee Wesleyan out. First shot, front rim. 79-76, 1:02 remaining in this game. Tripp threads the ball through his fingers, shoots, and sinks the free throw. 80-76. 1:02 remaining. Bluefield hoping for a home win after 2 straight losses. Now a whistle and a timeout called by Tennessee Wesleyan. Bluefield leads by 4 with 1:01 remaining in the overtime. 80-76 is the score. Rams lead by 2 scores with 1:02 remaining in the overtime. It'll be an inbounds pass for Tennessee Wesleyan. Rams looking not to falter here like they did in the final minute of regulation against Tennessee Wesleyan. They were up by 4. 1 minute remaining, and here comes Jalen Oliver. Hands it off over to Jordan Hall. Now scooping down the right side, swings out to Andre Reed. 3 from the corner. No good. Tipped out of bounds off of the hand of Jeremiah Jenkins with 48.2 seconds remaining in the game. It'll be an inbounds pass for Jalen Oliver. Lobs top of the key for Jordan Hall as he picks it out of the air with one hand. Another lob to Reed. Swings back out to Jalen Oliver. Darts a pass back to Hall. 3 from the top of the key. Swish through the nylon. 1 point lead for Bluefield. Quickly into Jeremiah Jenkins, towing down the baseline, and he is automatically fouled by Jordan Hall. 80-79 the score, and Jeremiah Jenkins will have crucial free throws here. Hall with a foul. Now the freshman with a big chance to put Bluefield up by possibly 3. Couple of bounces from number 2. Goes up and sinks the first free throw. 81-79 now the score. Clock is now stopped at 37.9 seconds. Hard bounces. Second shot. Good. Jenkins converts both. He's been pretty dependable from the charity stripe. Concepcion taken off the floor. David Tripp on. Bounce pass into Andre Reed. Bluefield leads by 3. The shot clock is on. 34 seconds remaining in the game. Swing over to Hall in the right wing. Hands it off right back to Jalen Oliver. Off of pressure. Enters the paint. Goes up for the layup and misses. But he will have 2 shots after the foul. Foul is called on Stanthony Nelms. 82-79 clock, now iced at 25.4 seconds. Nelms taken off of the floor with his 5th foul. Concepcion brought back on. 82-79. 2 free throws for Jalen Oliver, his first. Good. Oliver really has been money from the free throw line, 82-80. Takes him so quick. His second one right through, and the lead is back down to 1 for Bluefield. 82-81. Tripp gallivanting down the baseline, looking for help. Has to find it. Gets it Naquan Cousins. Dishes it right back over to Tripp, returns it to Cousins. Outlets back up to Reed on the left wing. Enters the perimeter. Goes up for 2 on the layup, and it doesn't fall. But still, he's fouled. So now Bluefield will have 2 shots from the free throw line to make it possibly a 3-point lead. Here's Tyquan Reed with a chance. Give Bluefield better lead here with the left hand. His shot, no good, front rim. Now Bluefield does have rebounders down there. Naquan Cousins as well as David Tripp. 82-81, 17 seconds left to go in the game. Second shot. Hits the second free throw. 83-81, now the score. 14 seconds. Here comes Jalen Oliver towing down the far baseline. Back up top. 8 seconds. Lost the ball. Intercepted by Naquan Cousins. Foul called. And Jalen Oliver just lost the ball mid-dribble into the paint, and Bluefield with a chance to ice this game as a foul is immediately called. Could be heartbreaking, but Cousins has to make them both. Meanwhile, that's the 5th foul called on Noah Fager. Taken off of the floor. Digimon Wilson back on. Here's Cousins, stamping that right foot in, hoping for a free throw. His first. Sinks it. 3-point lead for the Rams, 84-81. Now this could be the dagger right here. Tennessee Wesleyan would need a rebound, and they do have 1 timeout. Cousins with the second free throw. That should be the ball game. He hit it. 85-81, 4.7 seconds left. Oliver near midcourt goes up for three and bricks it off the backboard. Bluefield picks up a crucial overtime win of the Dome. 85-81, and the Rams able to improve to 7-8, or 8-5 on the year, I should say. 4-3 in the AAC. Tennessee Wesleyan falls to 5-11, 3-6 in conference. What a win! Both games here of our basketball doubleheader went into overtime, and both very exciting at that. So for my cameraman Stevie Collier, my name is Bailey Engel, reminding you the final score from the Dome. Bluefield College wins 85-81.